The PlayStation 5 has been quite a powerhouse on the graphical front, and the PS5 Pro has taken that prowess to new heights. Sony's latest iterations of its iconic console have seen quite a few titles, both exclusive and otherwise, take advantage of the PS5's power to bring unique visual styles, incredible details, and draw distances, and a degree of realism that has ushered in stunning current-gen titles to our screens. However, some titles have done that job better than others, and we're bringing our top picks of games with the best graphics on the PS5 to you. So without further ado, let's get started. Silent Hill F. Konami and NeoBard's fresh take on the familiar franchise might be better known for an outstanding take on psychological horror, but Hanako's adventure must also be given its due for a very immersive take on Japan. The studio's attention to detail and outstanding enemy designs deserve credit, bringing the entire story to life in a way that's both immersive and memorable. Its incredible visuals and art style are quite pivotal in bringing the studio's intention to present an authentic take on Japanese horror for its players to enjoy. Silent Hill F earns its place on our list, although it does get outshined by the other games here. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Although Forbidden West does present a stunning world for players to explore as Aloy in her second adventure, the remastered version of the tale that started it all is simply too good to be ignored. Bringing a fresh coat of paint to an already stunning game, this remake more than deserves its place among PS5 games with outstanding graphics. Aloy's debut adventure makes good use of the Decima engine to bring many useful changes to the table. Re-recorded lines and a level of visual fidelity that matched the second game in Guerrilla's brilliant take on a post-apocalyptic world makes this a remaster worth diving into, even if you've already played through Aloy's rise to prominence in a world that once shunned her. The Callisto Protocol. Striking Distance Studios' futuristic survival horror adventure might not have been exclusive to current-gen consoles, but earns its place on our list thanks to its outstanding visuals and terrifying enemy designs. The biophages were absolutely terrifying threats to Jacob and Danny's attempts to navigate Black Iron, and the game's visuals did a great job of making players feel their terrifying presence. The Callisto Protocol is a survival horror title that greatly benefits from its excellent visuals, making players feel the terror and panic of their characters as they navigate a world in which they are both the predators and the prey. Battlefield 6. Say what you like about the campaign on offer in this new addition to a long-standing genre, but there's no denying that Battlefield 6's visuals are just marvelous. It's an outstanding level of detail that brings all of the game's new additions to life, with the new kinesthetic combat system being a great example. Stepping into the shoes of any of Dagger 1-3's members is a visual treat, making the experience feel very immersive and delightfully engaging. This is a first-person shooter that really lets you feel like you're on the battlefield, and it definitely belongs on this list. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Konami's remake of Naked Snake's origin story is a no-brainer for any list of PS5 titles with great graphics. It's an absolute step up from the original game on the visual front, with a new level of detail working very well with the many additions the studio brought over to Kojima's classic. Camouflaging Naked Snake is even more immersive than it was in the original release, while each member of the Cobra unit was a sight to behold thanks to the new visuals. Delta Snake Eater is a benchmark for remakes overall, and its visuals are a crucial part of how the game manages to make the title appealing to new players and veterans alike. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Our first hour in ancient Japan with Nawe and Yasuke made us quite happy that it was wisely decided to take the time and polish the experience on offer in Assassin's Creed Shadows. The Anvil engine worked very well with the dynamic weather systems, bringing a take to the Sengoku era that made full use of the power of current-gen systems. We found ourselves putting out a hunt for the Shinbakufu on the back burner just to stop, admire the sights, and click a few photos of the stunning vistas in front of us. This one's visuals make it memorable and engaging in equal measures. Gran Turismo 7. Taking to the tracks in this 2022 addition to the Gran Turismo franchise had us staring slack-jawed at the astounding level of detail on offer. You might be convinced you're actually at the track in the absence of a screen thanks to Polyphony Digital's excellent work recreating them. dynamic time and weather effects make the overall experience so visually realistic and pleasing that you might just be tempted to stop at the side of the track and admire the sights. Racing be damned. With its grand scale and stunning visual fidelity, Ragnarok is quite an obvious contender among the most graphically powerful PS5 titles. With more of the realms open to our protagonist duo this time, Santa Monica Studio did a stellar job of bringing in a variety of biomes to the table. The enemy designs, bosses, and of course epic battles were made even better by the brilliant use of color palettes and a level of visual fidelity that made this one a very memorable title indeed. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. Dimitri and Titus's return to the Ultramarines was an absolutely stunning game, bringing the noble warrior in contact with the Tyranids across a variety of locations that were beautiful to behold despite hordes of monstrous enemies coming at us with ferocious intensity.
Fire at will.
Space Marine 2 did a great job at bringing the Warhammer 40K universe to life in ways that made the franchise feel familiar, yet fresh, and this new chapter in Titus's story was made even better thanks to its outstanding visual presentation. Cyberpunk 2077. From being removed from the PlayStation Store to becoming an iconic presence among the ranks of visually brilliant PS5 titles, CD Projekt Red's take on a dystopian future in which the apathy of corporate greed has permeated life on the streets is so immersive, it's almost unbelievable. Night City may not be a happy place to live in, but it certainly is a beautiful one. The immersion you can get from this title is owed in part to its excellent story, but that's backed up by the incredible graphics that brings it to life. Alan Wake 2. The much-anticipated sequel to novelist Alan Wake's alternate reality-spanning adventure really did a number on us with its visual fidelity and level of detail. Remedy's fastest-selling game takes its players to surprising corners of its protagonist's mind, using its unique visual style to make it quite an unforgettable experience. It's surreal, bizarre, and riveting, and the excellent graphics on this one work very well with everything else that's good about it. Alan Wake 2 is definitely among our favorite PS5 games with brilliant graphics. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. From the very first encounter with Sandman, with Peter Parker and Miles Morales working together in a fight that functioned as an incredible set piece, we knew that Insomniac's take on New York City in the web-slinger's second adventure was going to be a stunner. Things only got better from there, and the new story was a visual masterpiece, bringing ray-traced reflections, incredibly designed traversal mechanics, and a level of visual flair that made excellent use of the PS5's power. You could be forgiven for just whipping out Peter's camera and forgetting about the members of his rogues gallery several times during your adventure. Ghost of Yotei. Once again, this was an experience that had us spellbound from the very first moment we were introduced to its open world. Sucker Punch's dedication to creating a visually resplendent and authentic take on ancient Japan is there for all to see. The incredible draw distances, gorgeous vistas, fields, forest, and location makes Atsu's time on Etso a visual treat while also working well to bring an open world experience that encourages its players to just ride off into the distance and see what's waiting for you along the way. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Ninja Theory's PS5 port of the cinematic presentation of Senua's harrowing attempts to bring peace to her people and herself is nothing short of a masterpiece. Despite a few issues with its combat, this game did an amazing job at bringing Senua's inner turmoil to life and had us fully invested in the adventure at every moment. This is an experience that's visually visceral and makes you truly invested in its heroine's inner turmoil. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Just boot up this title and witness Kojima's take on Sam Porter's latest adventure, and you're going to see exactly why On the Beach has taken the top spot among PS5 titles that boast incredible graphics. This is, hands down, the best graphical experience you can take on it in 2025, and a brilliant showcase of what the Decima engine can really do. And that wraps up our list of the best graphical experiences among PS5 games that you can find. Are there titles you think deserve a spot on our list? Let us know in the comments. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Vault, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.